Welcome back to Do You Make Money? Because I do. My name is Brands, and today we're just going to have a relaxed chit chat. We're just going to talk about the animal farm and, some of the possibilities. Me and my brother, we had a long conversation today, and we were just speculating, strategizing, just thinking of all the possibilities that may or may not come once the marketing starts and once the animal farm is finally unpaused and relaunched. So before we get started, as always, I have to let you know I'm not a financial advisor. Crypto is risky. If you want to invest, make sure that you get yourself a professional. I am not one. I do not offer any financial advice. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, tick the little bell icon to be notified when I drop more videos, and drop a comment in the comment section. It would help me out greatly with the YouTube algorithm. And yeah, that's all the usual housekeeping we have to do when we do these videos. So let's go ahead and get started. As you can see, I am on my YouTube studio page, getting close to that 200 subscribers. If you all have any spare subscribers that you may find, in your house, in your couch cushions, in your closet, under your beds, maybe in your pockets, send them my way. It would help me out a lot. Get this subscriber count up. I'd really appreciate it. But get close to that 200, 7 more. Hopefully we'll hit it by tonight. If not, maybe by tomorrow. But I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that's been commenting, that's been subscribing, that's been liking the videos, that's been helping this channel out. I greatly appreciate it. And I hope you have all been enjoying the videos that I put out. And, once I'm done with these classes, I plan on making YouTube a full-time gig. Really enjoy it, really talking to you all. And again, I just hope you all enjoy everything that I'm putting out. With that said, I just wanted to come over here and highlight this comment from Eric Chavez, where he said our gardens are neck to neck, and he asked, are you doing a claim ratio yet? So he's referring to this video I put out September 8th, as you could all see if you're not looking at the screen. This is a video I put out saying drip garden and faucet update. Time to buy more drip, plus getting close to a major milestone. That major milestone is me hitting 1 million plants in the drip garden. So I'm assuming Eric Chavez, since he says we're neck to neck, that he's getting close to 1 million. So we'll see who gets there first. Can't assume that I'll get there first because I don't know what he has in his garden, but he knows what I have because I'm producing these videos. So I wish him the best of luck and congratulations if he already hit that million. And if not, well, I just want to say congratulations now. Yeah, but good luck to both of us. And it's really cool hitting a million in the drip garden. I haven't hit it yet, but I'm just thinking on it right now that I started out with 40 something thousand, and man, time just passes so quickly. I'm already almost at 1 million. So we come down, you could see Junior M. He says, yo, what's up? Do you make money? Because I do. And another great video. He's at 1.2 million plants in the garden. Says his faucet is looking down, but I replied to him saying, because he had mentioned the strategy in this video. So I told him, just keep doing what you're doing, come up with your strategy, stick to it. I can't give him financial advice, but it seems like he knows what he's doing. He's basically doing what, me and my brother plan to do, splitting the drip BUSD and adding the drip into the faucet. Seems like a good strategy to me. The drip garden is just printing drip. So, why not take advantage of that? So I wish you luck, Junior. I hope you get your drip faucet up. And, I wish you all much success. So thank you for all the comments. This is my brother, just so you know. Appreciate him watching my videos and commenting. Me and him are always talking, strategizing. We've been in crypto since 2017. Been through the ups, been through the downs, the highs, the lows. So he's back in crypto. I'm back in crypto. We're both in drip. We're both in the animal farm and drip garden. So that's what we're going to talk about. So me and my brother, we had a conversation this morning, my time, late evening, probably in the middle of the night, his time. But we're just talking about the potential of the drip garden. And as far as we're concerned, the drip garden is where, people need to be. You see the contract balance is going up. And, we were talking about the drip garden and the potential of the drip garden, the potential of marketing after September 15th, after the dogs vesting happens. And, in my previous video, the one I just did before this, I had bought more drip and put it into the drip faucet. And we kind of came to the conclusion that the drip faucet, you could go back in my videos and I say this over and over again, but the drip faucet is more a very long-term play. I consider it a retirement, or think of it as a social security check that you receive every month, or maybe you could even say disability, something that you can pretty much regularly count on every month, and that's going to last basically until you leave this planet. The drip faucet is in a way like that because you're just building it up. So again, I could just say this is like Social Security, where you work a good portion of your life and you're building up your Social Security. When you're ready to retire, when you get to a certain age, the government pays you Social Security for the rest of your life. Usually you've earned it. It's money you put into the system. And it's like that with drip, except you're getting a lot more money. You're putting all this money into the system, you're compounding, you're basically being as patient as anyone can be, because you're not looking for instant gratification. You are looking for delayed gratification. You are investing your money and you're basically looking at a long-term outcome. And for a lot of people, that's a lot of people are very short-sighted. They cannot see, past the horizon. They have the patience of, maybe a fruit fly. A lot of people, that's why I gotta give a shout out to the drip community, because they're very patient people. The animal farm has been paused for a very long time, and the community has been very, very patient. And we are all about to be rewarded like no other in crypto. So me and my brother were talking about the potential of drip, the potential of the drip garden, the potential of the animal farm. Again, drip faucet is the long-term play where you're just accumulating, you're just compounding, hydrating, you're just dollar cost averaging, and it's not something that you're looking to earn money on immediately. You're looking to the horizon. You're biding your time. You're using it maybe for your retirement, or just to, just quit your day job eventually down the line. A lot of people who understand drip, understand the contract, and the ecosystem and the potential of drip, are mostly looking to get that max payout. But if not, it's not a big deal, but because max payout is a lot, trying to get to max payout. But even if you don't, it's still a great way to make passive income. It's one of the best ways, in my opinion, to make passive income. And both my brother and I agree that that drip faucet is the foundation. It's a lot of people say it's the king of DeFi. But in my opinion, a lot of people are overlooking pigs in the pig pen. And we already know a lot of people are sleeping on the garden. So me and my brother were talking about the garden, its potential, where it could go. The contract is going up when everything launches. We expect this to continuously rise. But a lot of people don't understand that, hold on one second, I have to clear my throat. A lot of people don't understand that this is a drip printer. This will print you drip. You don't have to continuously buy drip on the market. This will continuously print you drip along with BUSD. So for those of you who don't understand the LP, drip BUSD is like taking drip, and it's like taking BUSD, and it's like making a sandwich with it. Drip BUSD is just mashed together, and you need it to buy plants. When you put it into the system, you're basically, you can pay attention to your plants grown, to seeds available and all this, but all you should really need to care about is the LP that you're producing every day, because that's what you're going to get paid out in. You put in the LP, you're going to get paid out the LP. You want your LP to continue, how should I put it? You want your LP that you're producing to continuously grow over time. You don't want it to go down over time, because you got to treat your garden well. You got to maintain your garden. So, excuse me. You want to keep your garden healthy. You want to keep it over the long term. You want to keep it for as long as possible. You don't want to wreck your garden, because it's producing one of the most vital assets in the ecosystem. When you sell your plants or your seeds, you're going to get drip BUSD LP. Sorry, I'm pretty phlegmy today. I don't know. Maybe it's this beer I'm drinking. But when you sell your seeds and you get the drip BUSD LP, you could come here to the farms and stake the LP to produce pigs. There's a lot of possibilities with this LP, but let's talk about pigs. So you can stake them into the pigs that you accumulate from this farm into the pig pen. And you can see I have 33 pigs staked. If you're not looking at the screen, well, I'm letting you know that I have 33 staked. And it's going to produce claimable BUSD, but also produce claimable pigs. And I don't think a lot of people understand the potential of this, because if you have a farm that's producing pigs and you're staking them, you're growing the staked balance, while also accumulating more pigs when you compound. And when you compound, you're claiming BUSD. So you don't have to touch your pigs at all. And your stake balance is going to continuously grow while you're claiming BUSD. Right now, the BUSD rewards vault is very low. So a lot of people, basically all of us, are not getting anything because the farms are not open. Animal Farm isn't open yet. When this opens, you see, we don't know how much BUSD we're going to be getting. And that's, I think, the issue. In my opinion, and from what I've gathered, Forex has placed a lot of emphasis on the importance of pigs as it's the governance token. And it's your share of the farm. So all the fees, all the money coming in, you're getting a share of that. Now, I have to think about this because I have been for quite a while. But I eventually came to the conclusion, after pondering this for a bit, because if my memory serves me correctly, pigs was a couple of $100 at one point. So if pigs was a couple of $100, what would be the point of staking pigs if you could just sell pigs? If you're in the farm over here with your drip BUSD LP producing you pigs, why wouldn't you just sell the pigs? Well, Forex and the developers and the way the ecosystem works, they don't want you having to sell your assets. So it makes me think that the claimable BUSD is going to be a lot more than we think it will be. It has to be, because if I'm not getting enough claimable BUSD compared to the value of the pigs, then I would just sell pigs. I would just sell them all day, every day. Come back here to the drip garden. You can see I have 304 LPs just waiting to be put into the farms. And I have my garden, which is producing LPs, and I'm just going to put them into the farms. Say I get to 1,000 LPs just producing me 1, 2, 3, or who knows how many pigs a day. Why wouldn't I just sell those pigs if I'm not getting value out of my claimable BUSD? So I'm thinking that because a lot of people, they're really not into pigs. Everybody's into drip. Everybody knows drip is great, but a lot of people don't know about the garden, and a lot of people aren't really into pigs. And people do have short memories. They tend to forget that pigs was very, very valued at one point. It was very expensive to buy pigs. But again, Forex had said in an AMA, he doesn't want you to have to sell your native assets. This right here is the end game. This is the end goal. This is where you're going to get your paycheck. This is where you're going to get paid out of claimable BUSD, while also compounding pigs that you're earning from the pigs reward vault. So this is always increasing. The stake balance of pigs is always increasing. That means your claimable BUSD is always increasing. And that means your claimable pigs is always increasing. So you have to think that the rewards vault is going to be basically stuffed full of BUSD, and we're all going to be getting a share of that in the end. And it's going to have to be worthwhile, because if pigs is more valuable than the claimable BUSD that you're getting daily, people are just going to sell their pigs. And that's not the way the system is designed. That's not the way the ecosystem is meant to be used. So me and my brother were talking, and I was speculating, saying that I think that pigs are going to be one of the most important things in the entire ecosystem, because of all the utility, all the games, everything's going to be coming in, all the fees, all the money, all the the fresh capital, all the new investors, everybody is going to be putting in money into the animal farm because there's so many pools. There's all kinds of pools. There's all kinds of farms. There's the piggy bank. There's the drip garden. There's going to be 2 games. There's going to be the Dogs Roulette and the Dogs of Fortune, which is, not the final name. And all that money is going to be flowing into the pig pen. So right now, again, people don't really understand the value of pigs. Obviously, because it's $74 right now. If this was once valued at a couple $100, I mean, you can only imagine when it goes back up to that, those all-time highs, what this rewards vault is going to look like. I think there's going to be a big FOMO into pigs. I think there's going to be a big FOMO into the drip garden, because once people realize that the drip garden is printing drip BUSD LP and you can stick it into the farm right here and earn you pigs. And then at the end of the day, when you have enough pigs, when you're like, all right, I'm ready to take this out, because again, I don't think people understand. You could take your drip BUSD out. It's not stuck in here. It's not like when you go into the faucet, your money is locked and you got to wait on that 1% every day in order to get not only your initial investment back, but to start to get the profit and the rest of the 365% that you're basically owed. It's not like that. When you put that in here, you can take it out and you can split this. You can take the drip, put it into the drip faucet. You can take the BUSD and even buy more drip. It's so crazy to me, because the drip garden is basically just handing you one of the most valuable assets in the entire ecosystem. Everybody values drip, but they're not realizing that the garden is basically giving you drip. I mean, if you ask somebody, would you rather take $1,000 and buy drip, put it in the drip faucet, and compound that for however long it takes to get a return of investment on that? People will be like, yeah, I'd rather do that. But then you're like, well, you could put that 1,000 into the drip garden and you can easily compound your plants to produce you a bunch of LPs that are going to be there every single day. They're just going to magically appear every single day because it's a miner. Forever. Until it doesn't work anymore. You're going to be printing drip forever. Again, the drip garden will print you drip forever, for as long as this ecosystem works, for as long as everything is working, for as long as all this is good. Drip, animal farm, anything else that comes out in the future, the drip garden will print you the most valuable asset, because it's drip paired with a stable coin. You can split it, take the drip, put it in the faucet, take the BUSD, do whatever you want. Buy more drip, put it in the pool here, and put it in the BUSD pool to print you more dogs. Buy pigs with it. Buy a Lamborghini or a Tesla or a Bugatti. Buy a new home with it. It doesn't matter, because the drip garden, in my opinion, and as my brother said, that's the play. That is the most important play. If you believe that drip is going to go past all-time highs, my question is, why are you not in the garden? Because those LPs are going to be worth a ridiculous amount. and you will be able to print these day in, day out for as long as this contract works. It just, again, if you believe in drip and you believe it's going to all-time highs, I can't give you financial advice, but me and my brother, like we said, we're in this, and all we're doing is compounding, because at some point we're gonna get to a certain amount of plants in the garden, and we'll be able to come in and, you know, claim once a week, maybe once a month, because the value is gonna be so high on these LPs. It might be to the point where we only need to claim once a month and we're good. And we could do, you know, whatever we want. We could build up our faucet that way. We could build up the pig pen that way, the piggy bank. You know, I could play Dogs Roulette. I could play Dogs of Fortune. And, you know, who else? Who knows what other utility, what other type of utility, what other type of gamification, what other type of games, what Forex has in store for this LP. And again, if it's something different later on down the line where it doesn't require the LP, you could just split it, because you're gonna always need drip. The Dogs of Fortune game that's coming out, you can buy power-ups for the game with drip. So think of the advantage that you'll have with the garden. Printing you this LP, you can split it and take the drip and buy you a bunch of power-ups. Do have a huge advantage in the Dogs of Fortune game, along with the BUSD that you'll be receiving. You know, I'm going to beat this drum for a very long time, because the importance of the garden is it just seems to me that it is. I mean, there's some YouTubers that are talking about it, but I don't think a lot of people really understand the significance of it, the potential of it. The last time I checked, I think there's like 30,000 people in the garden, and there's over 130,000 people in the drip community. So, you know, my question is, why aren't you in the garden? I can't give you financial advice, but I would just ask you that, and I would ask you to think upon that. So, with all that said, me and brother also talked about the potential of the marketing. And the marketing, it could go either way, because the farm is closed, the animal farm is closed, so you're like sending people to a platform that isn't fully functioning. But you know, in the discussion, I had mentioned that they're building a new they're updating the website. They're going to have a landing page. They're going to have videos, tutorials. They're going to have all this stuff for new people that hit the site. And it's going to funnel them in a way towards the things that are active, like the drip garden, piggy bank, and the pig pen. Pig pen is not really having a good look right now, because it's not doing anything, because the vault is, I wouldn't say empty, but it's very low. Piggy bank is I guess is doing well. I'm still trying to figure it out. But drip garden, you know, it's gonna have a new paint job, and once people figure it out, once they have an understanding of it, I think this contract is going to go up a lot. So between the 15th of this month, which is September, and the launch of the animal farm, I think there's potential for FOMO, and I think a lot of the FOMO will go into the garden. And a lot of the FOMO will go into the or to the pig pen, or to people buying pigs when they realize the potential. And of course, a lot of the FOMO is going to go into the drip faucet. But it all depends on the marketing strategy, what they do, how effective the ads are, how effective the landing page is, how effective the influencers are in convincing, their followers. And as my brother had mentioned, there's a lot of people that are burnt out on crypto. There's a lot of people that are skeptical. There's a lot of people that will look at this and be like, oh, it might be another scam, because there's not going to be anything really going on. There's not going to be a lot of, I'm making so much money, because everything is closed with the animal farm. But then, I had mentioned that the Forex had mentioned that the target audience is, new investors, people who aren't familiar with crypto. But I had brought up the point that there's a lot of people in crypto, and my brother had mentioned this as well. He made a really good point. There's a lot of people in crypto that were in platforms similar to this, like BitConnect, like Arbitrage. I think it's in Novatech, all these other platforms that have died a long time ago, and they're looking for something new. They're looking for something to get into. And this is going to be the shining beacon in a down market. Because you have to think about it, there's nothing really else going on. There's other platforms where you can make money, but there's going to be nothing like this with an entire ecosystem where somebody who just wants to play games, they could just play the Dogs of Fortune game and have nothing to do with the animal farm, or people who just want to do, scratch lotto tickets, they just want to do scratchies and they want to make their money that way, or people who just want to be in certain farms or certain pools and want nothing to do with the pig pen or piggy bank, or people who just want to be in the drip faucet and just earn their 1% a day. There's so many different ways you could earn money within this ecosystem. There's so much potential, so many different strategies. There's going to be a lot of videos made on this. There's going to be a lot of possible streamers that like streaming the Dogs of Fortune game, or streaming scratchies or Dogs Roulette, strictly because it's a game, not because it has anything to do with crypto. There's going to be a lot of eyes on these platforms. There's going to be a lot of eyes on these assets. There's going to be a lot of eyes just within the ecosystem, and the marketing is going to help with that. The marketing it has the potential to do something great for us before the animal farm launches, because it's going to bring in a lot of people that are in crypto who, have been burned by a lot of other platforms, or who are just ready to come back into crypto, who are just ready to find something new where they can make money. And again, these are people that have been in crypto for a long time. So I'm kind of expecting when the marketing kicks in, the real marketing, because right now Forex, they're doing the community marketing, getting that awareness out. But when the real marketing kicks in, I'm expecting to see some type of reaction, for the price of pigs, the price of drip, the contracts in the drip garden. Expecting to see some type of FOMO, because you're going to have a lot of people in crypto who are just looking for something new, looking to make some money in something new that actually has potential, that actually has, legs, that actually can produce and have longevity, that actually has a roadmap, that actually has real marketing, that actually has real developers, that actually has real teams, that actually has, real history, that actually has a lot of people who are always talking about it, that actually has a real community. It's going to bring a lot of people who are in crypto that are on the sidelines into the ecosystem. And that's going to create FOMO, because again, I had mentioned to my brother that drip reached all-time highs just because of the community. It wasn't like, oh, you know, trending #1 on Twitter. It wasn't like these meme coins. It wasn't like, you know, all these retail investors were in it. It was just basically because of the community. So imagine when you have all these new people, all these returning people that have been in crypto for a while, when all the FOMO kicks in. I mean, it's just going to be insane. So I'm hoping to see some kind of reaction when the marketing kicks in, because if nothing happens, then honestly, that's a failure on their part. Because when you market something, you're expecting some kind of result, a positive result, not a negative result. So if we don't see any price movement, if we don't see any price increasing, if we don't see any type of, even like a little bit of FOMO, if we don't see any type of reaction, videos, anything like that, you know, a lot of people talking about it, you know, I don't know how I'm going to feel about that. So moving on from that, we're also talking about the meme coins like Shiba Inu and Dogecoin. And I was just saying to my brother that those coins, they were trending continuously on Twitter just because they're meme coins. Imagine Drip that has use cases, utilities, gamification, that actually has history, that actually is making people money. Imagine what's going to happen when that starts trending and everybody wants to jump on board. You have celebrities jumping in. Imagine the potential of all that. When it actually trends on Twitter, people are going to take a look at it and they're going to be like, oh, you know, oh, is this another meme coin? And it's going to be like, no, it actually has a purpose. It has real world value. It actually has products. It actually has things you can just jump into and potentially make a lot of money. It's not going to be any, oh, you know, we're hoping if we hold this, it'll go to the moon. And you know, or we're hoping if, you know, a certain individual talks about it, it'll have a, you know, a spike in the price. None of that. It's tokenomics. It has a real ecosystem, has real backing, real community, real products. So why wouldn't it trend on Twitter, and why would it not be in the mouths of everybody who want to make money? Because word of mouth is the best type of marketing. So with all that said, you know, I could go on and on, but this video is getting a little long in the tooth, so I'm going to end it here. Sure, me and my brother will talk about a lot of things. I mean, we talked about a lot, all the potential, all the things that are coming out, you know, hopes and dreams and all that. So I'm sure I'll make another video talking about that. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the potential of Drip and the animal farm, where you think it's going to go, what's going to happen, your speculations, your predictions, where you think the price is going to go, and what are you going to do if the price gets there, because that's going to be another video I'll probably do, you know, hopes and dreams, and if we do make all this money, what we're going to do with all this money. So again, hope you enjoyed the video and you all have a great day.